Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing platform and I thank you for being part of the program today. Wherever you are joining us, if you are joining from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. If you are joining us from any part of the world, we appreciate you and we thank you for being part of this very platform. Please, as you join this platform, kindly subscribe to this very channel. Like and share the program to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Share so that we can engage together in this radical evangelism to carry everyone around. It is important that we carry everybody along. Nobody must be left behind. That is the order that was given by Mazen Nandekano, the supreme leader of IPOB. And today, we are obeying that order. That is why we come online regularly to pass information and carry everyone along on the things that are happening today. This platform where you are watching this program is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform where we bring information that has to do with the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, a platform where we bring information that is coming from the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, a platform where we'll talk about the current war that is happening in Biafra land, which the Nigerian government have declared against Biafrans. They gave it different kinds of names. They said it was jungle war. From jungle war, they said it's asymmetric warfare. And today, they are hiding it before the whole world. We can't afford to allow them to hide it. We are bringing it up for the whole world to see. We'll talk about it and we'll give update on what is happening. If you want to see the update on pictures and video, go to the platform of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, on X. All you go to X, you just write Simon Ekpa, verified account. You are going to get details that will marvel you. There is war going on in Biafran territory. Nobody is talking about it. The world is silent about it. The zoo themselves pretend it's not happening. But we will show it to the whole world. But the most interesting thing is that the Biafra Liberation Army are doing the needful. They are doing the needful, and they are sending those who have come to take the life of Biafrans to heaven to go and explain. They are doing marvelously well. It is a great success. Today is the 2nd of July, 2024. And I appreciate everyone that has connected. As you connect, bring someone along with you. Wonderful Biafrans that are watching. Wherever you are watching this program from, remember, the restoration of the independent state of Biafra is a task that must be done. Today, in this new dimension, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, no stone will be left unturned. No stone, not even one, will be left unturned. And as we speak, a lot of things are going on. The people are watching and the people of the world are observing and they are seeing what is going on, in as much as they are silent and they are waiting for us to act. Very, very soon, the Biafrans are going to speak in the language that the whole world will understand. We are already waiting. It's a question of time. If you are a Biafran and you know you can afford to be in Finland, don't miss it. Go and send in your application to be part of those who will be that place where history will be made in Lahti, Finland. Go to biafrasecurityadministration.org. Register so that you can be among those who will be there to make history. After going to the Finland Convention, on that very Finland Convention, that is where the result of the self-referendum will be called. Already you know that the Biafrans are voting. Even as we speak, Biafrans are still voting on the second phase. The first phase have finished, and after the first phase, we got more than 40 million votes. The second phase is going on now, as we speak. After the second phase, with the third phase and the final phase. And after that third phase and the final phase, the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra will be made. And remember, our Supreme Namazen Nandekano said it, that this time, we cannot declare Biafra the same way others declared. Once it is declared, it will be defended. And that is why it is important that we get the mandate from Biafrans before declaration. And the mandate Biafrans has given, we are only waiting for time. Immediately after the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, Biafran territory will be sealed up and it will be defended in all fronts. It does not matter whom you are. It does not matter under which disguise you are coming. We will not allow you to flourish in Biafran territory. Already the Prime Minister has given the order that everyone that is serving the zoo in Biafran territory should vacate. If you are bearing arms in Biafran territory on behalf of the zoo, you are doing that at your own risk. Because anybody that is not a liberation army of Biafra and you are seen with arms in Biafran territory, you'll be treated as a terrorist. The warning has been given several times. So it's left for you to make a choice. If you want to risk your life and be treated as a terrorist, go ahead and carry your weapons and come to Biafran territory. It is not going to be allowed. Today, the Liberation Army of Biafra is completely in charge of Biafran territory. And they will continue to do the needful until Biafra is completely free from the Zoological Republic government. Today, the delegitimization of the Nigerian government has intensified. It has increased in force. The delegitimization will continue until the final minutes when we are going to make a declaration and defend our territory. As we speak today, every single warning that has been to the zoo, whether they obey it or not, they will face the consequence of their action. If they disobey, you don't need to tell them what they will see. They are going to see what is going to happen. The Liberation Army of Biafra is not kidding. Their primary responsibility is to protect life and property of Biafran people and make sure that Biafran territory is safe. They are doing their job and doing it very well. Against all odds, against all the attack that is coming from east, west, north, and south, against all the propaganda and blackmail that is coming from the enemies, they have continued to remain consistent, and the Biafran Liberation Army are winning the war. I bet you at the end of the day, you'll be glad to be part of this very movement. The movement that is in the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiama. The movement that is being piloted and guided by Chukwu Okike Abiama. If you are still in this movement, thank your stars. You are blessed and there's a purpose why you are still there. Many have fallen away. So many who dreamed to be part of it have fallen away and they can't help it. They have no choice because they have fallen away. Once you fall out forever. The restoration of Biafra today cannot condone any fraud. It cannot condone any evil. It cannot condone people who are selfish and self-centered. That is why we have to focus on the responsible and reasonable people. And when we are talking, we know them. When you see somebody who wants a freedom, you know him. Every one of us know ourselves. Don't mind those who are one Nigerianists. They will always be there. There will always be people who are going to oppose. But at the end of the day, you will find out who the real owners of the land are. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, I appreciate every one of you that has supported this channel at all times. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. And before I end this program, I'm going to play a clip for you. Listen very carefully the instruction that will be given and what is going to be said there by the Supreme Leader. And you will understand that we are formidable and there is no going back. Let's watch.
One of their principal ideas is that this should be done in a peaceful way. Is your group opposed to a peaceful way of achieving Biafra, or are you in support of both sides, whether peaceful or non-peaceful? What is your group behind?
I support both sides. If they give us peace, that is wonderful. If they decide to go down the route of violence, then I can give you this assurance today. Of course, your worldwide listeners and viewers may be able to note this. If they do not give us Biafra, there will be nothing living in that very zoo they call Nigeria. Nothing will survive there, I can assure you. You see, 1967 to 1970 is not 2013 to 2015. We had scientists then, now we have men that can make things happen, even better than what we had in the late 60s. So that should ring as a warning to all of them that we are not joking. I do not believe in peaceful actualization or whatever rubbish is called. I have never seen where you become free by peaceful means. If you know, you tell me. I'm a student of contemporary history. I have never come across anywhere in history books where you get your freedom out of a peaceful process. It's never happened. Never, ever, ever.
Now, let me ask you, if you look at the world today, look at a place like Scotland, where people, the Scottish, are in the process of trying to see if they will get their own country. Basically, the way they went about it was to say, we want to be separate from the British England, and they are putting a process where they will vote, and if majority of them say they want to move, and they will move. Now, I want to ask you, do you think that if you ask majority of Igbo people today whether they should be part of Nigeria or part of Biafra, that you have the numbers that will come to your side of the argument?
Yes, we have over 98% of our people willing. The other 2% are those fathered by Hausa Fulani men as a consequence of the war. Everybody born as a Biafran, everybody born as an Igbo, Ibibio, Efik, Anangebanke, anybody born as a Jo has freedom implanted in their DNA. That is why we have autonomous communities. Have you seen anywhere in the world where you have autonomous communities? Have you seen? The answer is no. The reason why we have autonomous communities is because we are born to be free. We want to be autonomous, and that freedom must be carried right all the way to the heart of governance in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. We must make this very, very clear and abundantly clear to our people that our quest is for us to be free. You mentioned Scotland. Scotland is already a free nation. What they are seeking in Scotland is independence. We are not free and we are not independent either. So that is why the same scenario doesn't apply at all. In Scotland, as a Scottish person, you have your own parliament. You can do whatever you like. You even have what is called tax-raising powers. You can raise taxes or you can lower them as you like. The Scottish Court of Sessions is in charge of the entire legal process in Scotland.
Now, Nandi, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group push for that in a place like the National Conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not?
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were thrashed out very well, is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria